We've got pretty big evidence coming out over the last week here of continuing a show of the regulatory shift that's happened in the U.S. And this one comes as the CFTC has green-lighted spot Bitcoin trading. So the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, announced that spot Bitcoin trading is now permitted on fully regulated United States exchanges. Bitnomial is going to be or I think already is, the first U.S. exchange cleared to offer regulatory approved spot cryptocurrency products.
Charles Schwab's got to be coming up, right? That was the big announcement last week. Anyway.
So what does this actually mean? I think that's the question. I'm confused by this because you're like, well, wait a minute. I thought people could already trade crypto in the United States. Like, what about Coinbase? But apparently what the difference here is that for the first time in history, traders will actually be able to effectively hold and trade real Bitcoin and access, like, on regulated exchanges, like the same like the way they trade stocks.
Stocks and ETFs, yeah.
Yes. And access spot trading, perpetual swaps, futures, and options. And all of that inside a sort of a unified collateral and margin system. Now, according to some analysis from a guy on X who goes by the name of Matt Macro Minutes, he says this is the beginning of the end for paper Bitcoin in the United States. So he says that for more than a decade, Bitcoin has traded in two parallel financial worlds. Offshore exchanges.
Okay, like Binance.
Yes, offered high leverage and extremely efficient collateral reuse. Meanwhile, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange became the prominent and dominant regulated venue in the United States,
Definitely.
but it only offered cash-settled Bitcoin products. Now, cash settlement meant institutions could take enormous positions without ever holding real BTC. Over time, this created a large layer of synthetic Bitcoin, he's saying, sitting on top of the actual supply. And price signals often reflected the behavior of these synthetic markets rather than the true spot demand. So he says that what this change does is it makes regulated United States markets competitive with offshore venues for capital efficiency. And over time, what that means is that the influence of synthetic markets declines and the influence of real Bitcoin markets grows, and price discovery will follow somehow. Honestly, I don't really understand the nuance of how this is different, but people are saying this is a significant change.
Very, very cool. And I mean, for me, for my mid-curving take on this, it would be just that once you have retail users be able to open up their Charles Schwab app, and right next to Robinhood or, whatever stocks that they're buying, they can also just buy spot Bitcoin, right? Trade spot Bitcoin. That's going to be huge. And the thing that I think that it's going to cause is Coinbase and other crypto native exchanges are really going to have a lot of competition then.
Yeah. That's what I thought too. Being also squarely in the mid curve, but then I started reading this analysis, and maybe it's deeper with the paper Bitcoin. I don't know.
Yeah, I do know that there's like a lot of not weird, but there's a lot of arbitrage that goes on for because the CME thing, right? Like people will buy Bitcoin and they'll basically do a basis trade on something like Hype.
Yes.
Right. Hyperliquid, the exchange, and then they'll buy the opposite side on the CME.
Yeah.
Right? And so they can earn.
Right. And so according to this analysis from the guy I mentioned, that basis trade
will evaporate.
Has shifted already because of this.
Ah, interesting.
So that's the first signal that something different is happening.
Yeah. All right, well, let's step outside the U.S. We are not in the U.S. right now. We're in the UAE. And TradFi adoption outside the U.S. has been slower, but it might be ramping up. I actually just interviewed Ralph Gibran, and he and I talked exactly about this and how the U.S. has kind of led institutional adoption in 2025, but maybe in 2026 we'll see other areas, including the UAE, catch up.